All right. It looks like we are ready to go for our next run, and that run is going to be Stonefly with Roadkill Revenge and Ozmourn. So, take it away.
All right.
All right, I think we are on, Oz. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I hope y'all are doing well today. Welcome to Stonefly Any Percent, also known as Osborne Gets Destroyed at Gaming for an Hour. Um, I'm Osborne, and there's someone else here. Who are you?
Yeah. I am Roadkill Revenge. My pronouns are she, her, and we are the only two runners of this game in existence, and we are going to be racing it for y'all today, which we're very excited about because this is a really cool indie game that came out in 2021. It's a really beautiful, unique platformer that's very fun to play casually, and this is actually a debut for y'all. Very first time ever this game has ever been raced, so we're really excited about this.
I sure am. Like, it's gonna be so much fun, and I'm excited to I'm excited to see you win, for sure.
We shall
Um,
see.
we shall
Um,
see.
so I
But
guess with that we can go ahead and get started here in just a moment.
mhm.
Are you ready to go?
I sure am. I got the file set and everything.
All right. So time is going to start when we both select our save slot here. So let's get going in T minus 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
All right, good luck to you as well. Right here off at the
Alright.
very beginning of the game, we're just going to be skipping some cutscenes and going through some lore introduction stuff. We're playing as this lovely protagonist named Annika, who is the daughter of this mech repair guy who we're not going to see at any other point in the run.
I forgot
Um,
her father's name. Does she have a name?
I don't know his name. No, Annika's dad. Anyway, so yeah, right here at the beginning, just doing normal teenager stuff, helping our dad. And we are. He basically asks us to get some stuff we forget, and so we're gonna sneak out in the middle of the night in Dad's cool mech as we do. Because in this world, just about everybody gets around in mechs. It seems like because everybody is very tiny and the world is very big. Um,
Yes.
so
I love the mechs a lot in this game.
absolutely, the
They're very
designs are so
satisfying.
cool.
Yeah, and they're very satisfying to use mechanically. Here in this beginning section, Krissa is the name of this section. It's also just the tutorial section of the game. Introduces you to the basic mechanics of using mechs. There are specific abilities that this mech has that other mechs won't, and we'll eventually see more abilities as the game progresses. But we also get introduced to mining minerals, and also we're coming up to our first encounter. Um, this encounter, a lot of the encounters in this game are going to look like this. They're just like a giant dome, and you have enemies in here. Overall, these specific ones are required. You can technically skip them by going around like the trigger zone for a lot of them, which you will see in this speedrun. But this specific one we decided to not skip, only because it has a lot of minerals on it. The minerals here are lima dots. They are represented by this greenish color, and we want around 3,400 of that at the end of this section. But we get introduced to two enemies, these smaller guys, and also these popcorn bugs. The popcorn bugs will actually do damage to you, and as you can see, now my encounter is over. That I've killed all of the hostile enemies. What constitutes as hostile will depend on the encounter that you're in, and we will of course mention certain exceptions when we get to them.
Yeah, exactly. And as you might see, so far, all of us, both of us have a Limedot in the same places in roughly the same amounts. That is not going to be the case for most of the run. Oh my gosh, I had weird luck with the little insects on this next encounter here. But yeah, so basically we take advantage of anywhere in the run that has guaranteed minerals that we know where they're at. Because later on, there's going to be RNG with what minerals spawn where and in what amounts. And we are also not playing on the same seed. notably. As far as we know, there is no real way to ensure that we have the same seeds in this game that we've discovered thus far. So there's going to be a little bit of difference in routing as we're having to sort of improvise based on what the game decides to give to us and how nice it decides to be.
Yeah. And ooh, okay. I didn't make this cycle, unfortunately, but it's fine.
Yeah, I just I waited on it.
Yeah.
I've been getting caught by it way too much lately.
Yeah, I could have had a bit better movement there, but I think that cycle starts from the moment you load into the level, so it's just like not. It's just.
It's very difficult. Yeah.
It's very difficult to get it. So.
Because another
Alright.
RNG thing we have to worry about is just how the bugs behave and where they spawn. Like mine were all sorts of spread out, and then I accidentally got one on a branch when I tried to push it off, so that was cool. Love that for me.
And then we have the big boy.
The big boy, which is an enemy type that this is the only place we see it in the run. Weirdly enough, it's only in the tutorial, even though it's actually a quite difficult enemy. It's very spicy, so we're just going to be cleaning up the last of the minerals here. If you look on the left side of the screen, you can see that the game keeps us updated on how much of a current mineral we have, which is very handy.
All right, I'm a bit low, about 100 short out of this section, but like if you're just kind of short, it doesn't really matter. A lot of the stuff that we have in our notes, we each have spreadsheets open up on a second monitor or wherever on our phones or whatever we're using. And they are, for the most part, rough estimates. You do not need exactly that many when leaving this section. But I had around 3,300. You wanted around 3,400 ideally. But you can find other places. Thankfully, Limedon is not that hard of a mineral to back up in later places.
Yeah, I was about 70 ahead, which is nice. Because from my experience in this run, Limedot, and there's like, I think, what, 6 minerals? I can't remember exactly how many. That one is the one that if I'm behind on something, it's probably going to be that. So I'm really happy about being a little ahead there.
Yeah. I'm usually low on, I'm forgetting the mineral name, the orange one.
Dynatite.
Dynatite, yeah.
But we'll be talking about those a little bit more later.
Also, everyone say hi to Kevin. This is the grasshopper Kevin. He is incredibly hard to control. I'm holding straight and he is not going straight. But that's the last we'll see of Kevin. He's not dead, he's just gone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We will miss Kevin.
Oh my god, what was that? Okay, that was strange.
So this encounter, you might see that there's some more minerals in the middle of this rock. Normally we would probably be trying to be competing over those with these bugs, but in this case we're not going to be getting any of these minerals because at the end of this encounter, the characters that we are helping out here as part of the story are going to be giving us a set amount. So no matter how many we gather, we don't get to keep any of it, so we don't bother harvesting it.
Oh, I hate there's always one buggo that's out of my sight.
Yeah, I have had such bad luck with this encounter lately. Like right now, I can't seem to shuffle things off. Okay. So, yeah, once this encounter is completed, we get to spend a little downtime with our friends at the Acorn Core. I'm going to be running over here and buying an item right before this short, unskippable cutscene. So if there's any messages or anything like that, this would be a wonderful time to read it. And also, if we could go ahead and get the results of the poll, we're not going to be applying that color scheme just yet, but it's nice to know so that we can do that here in just a bit.
Okay, well, surprising absolutely nobody, the color scheme in the lead is trans rights.
Let's go.
Let's go. Trans rights.
We were just told the hex codes of that, and by the previous runner Sex Rex. Shout outs to them, because otherwise we would have to just do rough estimates as to what the colors are. So shout out to Sex Rex. But continue with the announcements.
Speaking of Sex Rex, they just donated $18, saying $1 for every trans right berry I collected. Shout out to Noel for making the awesome mod and everyone for being a part of this weekend.
That's amazing. That was such a really cool run. So thanks so much for that donation. Okay, so now we are entering what is the first of 3 different sort of open world segments in the game, and I just got really weird platforming there. But this is the Nightlight Briar, And we are looking for this shoemaker shop, but these rocks can have random amounts of minerals on them, and so far I have had absolutely atrocious RNG.
I'm having a beautiful RNG.
Oh no, so I'm just
great
having
to
to
hear.
fly past here
That's
and
great to
pray.
hear.
I got a little bit luckier on the second rock, thank goodness.
I have nothing on the second rock. But I got a lot of Laurinite on the first one. Right now we're collecting Laurinite, going around 2,000 of that. That's the tealish bluish ones. And then they're going to have a black mineral known as Dalium. That's going to be this, we're going around 150 of those.
Yeah,
So
150 Dalium, 2,000 Laurinite is what we're aiming to have at the end of this segment here.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to be breaking just about every one of these rocks that I can, because often the rocks will drop sellable items, which sell for like big bundles of minerals, which is a pretty efficient way to get it. But they are not guaranteed. So I got weird spawns on this rock, on the shoemaker.
I got really great spawns on this rock.
Oh no. Oh no, pain.
It's the lead that I get. Good RNG. It's my only saving grace.
Okay, yeah, so this is just bugs are gonna be these buggos are gonna be, they're just gonna act like bugs and skitter around unpredictably, which is a pain. But you know, it is
yeah,
what
we're
it
talking
is.
to, we came here to talk. This is a forced encounter. You can't skip this because we have a cutscene at the end in which we talk to the shoemaker's assistant, Henry. We were meant to find the shoemaker, but the shoemaker's not here. Instead, we are led to Genson Trail, which is the next area that we're going to be going to, and we're going to find the shoemaker. Because the shoemaker, we found specific of shoes on the floor, in which we believe that is the person who stole our father's mech that we saw in that one cutscene. But that's the lore update for y'all right now.
Yes. So it's a pretty interesting plot hook there. So right now, yeah, I'm just flying around waiting on that cutscene to finish. Oz, I think you're a little bit ahead of me, yeah?
Yeah, I'm already in Genson Trail. I'm on the first encounter. And this specific encounter that we're seeing right here, I'm actually going to not be doing it. We have a way to skip it, in which after you collect all the Laurinite, the checkpoint for the next area is actually just right here. So once you get it, you can just quit your file and then restart, and then the game will spawn you after the checkpoint, which is great. You're actually going to see me doing that twice, and the next one. Oh, I got a part in crystal. My goodness, thank God.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
Stop getting good RNG.
This is the only way that I went. Oh my God, I got the fast zoomy thing from the leaf, but I screwed it up. Wait, hold up.
Oh, the leaf boost?
Oh wait, what is going on here?
Uh-oh. That's what I like to hear.
I accidentally clipped out of bounds.
Love that for you.
That's never happened before.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic marathon moment. I actually do this skip a little bit differently than him. Rather than quit out and reload, I just fly around the encounter. I just find it easier for whatever reason.
I find it ironic that you do that, because you were the one that found the one for the first encounter, at least. Oh no, you're talking about the second one, right?
The second one, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you do the second one.
So yeah, so we're getting to this last encounter here. This is another one that is technically skippable, but this encounter has a bajillion minerals on it. So I'm going to be flying up here and starting this encounter with these engine grubs, which are absolutely the worst RNG buggos, because they, as you can see, he's just hiding from me right now. They run away from you until you try not to pay attention to them, and then they will chase you. This one has been absolutely a butthead to me today, so we're just going to chase him down.
Come on.
Now some more are going to spawn, and hopefully I can bait them. Come on, come on. 1, 2.
I'm here.
All right, let's get 3 and 4 over here. Oh no. This is always such a really awkward part of the run.
Oh, I hate it. I accidentally exposed. Oh, I got the fourth one and just fall down. Okay, thank God.
So yeah, so we're going to be gathering some of these minerals, but you see that there's some big rocks on this platform. You can actually break those to expose some other minerals. But we're going to be waiting to do that until just a moment, and you'll see why. I am going to go ahead and leave.
Was kind of forced to collect some of the Dalium already because I accidentally uncovered one of the rocks, but
I do that all the time. Yeah.
Wait, but I got a hardened crystal, so it's fine. It evens out.
Another one? Are you kidding? Okay.
No, wait, not another one. I'm talking about the one that I already got.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so that's an example of, so a hardened crystal is something that in just a moment we're gonna have to be, well, I'm gonna have to be purchasing one of with these minerals that I am gathering. And so because he found one just randomly, that means he's not gonna have to buy one, which means he is actually ahead on minerals where he thinks he is right now. Because by the end of this encounter, we're typically aiming to have 8,000 Lornite and 500 Dalium, roughly. I'm actually probably gonna be a little bit short on Dalium even without getting the hardened crystal, so that's fun. But I'm chill on Lornite, so that's good. And yeah, so this is
still around 100 short with the crystal.
this is an unskippable cutscene. So just sort of like we did with Henry, I'm gonna be just taking this moment to fly back to this rock while all this conversation is happening and just cleaning up this Dalium as much as I can. I am going to be more than 100 short of Dalium. I will say though, of all of the minerals in the game, Dalium is the one that I am most okay with being behind on because there's some very easy, consistent ways to back it up. Okay, so I bought my stuff and gonna get mining speed.
Dash and mining speed.
I can't even buy dash. I'm so short on Dalium.
Oh my god, this is beautiful for me.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna have to back up a little bit of Dalium right here. I've literally never done that before. So that's rad.
A lot of things are happening right now that have never happened before, aren't they?
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
Okay, dash was worth going back and immediately backing up to get that Dalium, because as you might imagine, dash is a new movement ability. There's a lot of different movement abilities that we get over the course of this run. Dash is probably the most consistently speed saving one because it's just a dash. And not only does it help you go fast because, you know, it's a little forward boost, it also counts as a wind burst for pushing bugs off of the ledge. So yeah, this rock here, I often try to stop and get a little bit of the Lornite and Dalium there, but not spend too much time. Because coming up, we have a segment of called an alpha aphid, which is where we're going to get a whole bunch of minerals. So since you're a little bit ahead, Oz, if you want to take it from there, explain what you're doing.
Yeah, so right now, essentially, I'm entering this cutscene in which, surprise, it's too cold to actually enter it with the current mech that we have now. And so what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be going to Blue Spruce Trailhead, and I'm going to be looking for something called alpha tracks. Essentially, you're going to see me load and like quit and load the file again, because over here on this branch, you see one right now. You have these black marks on the branch. What? They just disappeared in front of me. That's rude.
They knew you were ahead and were like, no, not today.
Okay, play that back. Okay, now I'm getting horrible RNG.
Yes, I got 2 in a row, baby. Let's go.
Oh my god. Oh.
That's what I wanted. I needed that. Okay. So this aphid, essentially, that I just got those tracks to be able to do, essentially is just a whole bunch of minerals, but we're on a timer for how much, basically, to get as much as we can before the timer runs out. These encounters are extremely dangerous. There's a lot of other bugs that will spawn and also try and get these juicy minerals, but we're trying to get as much as we can, and specific amounts of particular ones.
I got the thing where if you reload your file a bunch of times, like it shows you the prompt of like an ability that you already have.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But that's fine.
So what I'm aiming for here are approximately 13,500 Lornites, 600 Dalium, and 2,000 Dynatite, roughly. Those are my end amounts that I am aiming for. Yep. And also trying not to get pushed around too much by these wind gusts, which I am bad at, apparently. They are being not very nice to me today. And also trying not to get pushed off of the arena, because you might notice that while I'm mining this stuff, my speed sort of builds over time. And if you get, if it respawns you by knocking you off of the arena, it resets that speed, which is, you know, ideally not what we want. So I'm good on Dynatite.
As am I.
Love to see it. My Dalium situation is a bit of a problem.
I'm also collecting this gold mineral you can see up here known as Pyatite. We're going to need it for way later in the run, but it's incredibly rare. And so you want to collect as much as you can right now.
Dalium, please. I haven't had much Dalium on this, and I was already behind on Dalium, so that's not bueno. And if you get really ahead, you actually can end these encounters early by just taking a death. But because I was still looking for my stuff, I decided just to go to the end. So I got very close
on Laurinite.
Okay, so now it is time to buy some stuff and then put our color schemes on.
Okay.
And almost forgot something. Pull.
Okay.
Wait, where is it at? Oh, custom style. Okay.
Yep.
I actually don't know if you can enter a hex code.
Pull. You can't.
I don't think so. So I'm just gonna be picking vaguely.
Custom style. No, you have to use custom style, and then you can type it in.
You can? I don't see anywhere to type it, so I'm just gonna guess.
Yeah. Okay. Like you have to like.
Hold on. We gotta do a good job here. Yeah, I'm not typing it. It's too complicated. Oh, we're gonna go.
All right. Perfect. I did it.
I'm gonna spend a little bit extra time on mine. Okay. All right. Bet. Good enough. Trans rights. Let's go. Let's go to the mountain.
Wait a minute. I forgot to buy the arrow. The arrow.
That's important. Are you in mountain and forgot it?
Yeah, I am.
Oh no, that's gonna be a pretty big time loss.
Yeah, it is.
So first of all, thanks to everybody for donating, for helping us get this lovely color scheme. Because this segment normally we just have like plain white mechs, and it is a pain in the butt because it's just white on white. So it's nice to be able to have a color scheme. So as you can see now, I've got some more movement tech that Oz accidentally entered without getting, which is essentially a button that lets you just hold it, and you could just hold a button to go faster, basically. But
she's gonna be like incredibly ahead of me right after this section.
Yeah, probably. But it also allows us to combine with the dash ability that I was talking about earlier, to do this funny little dive movement, which gives us a really nice boost of forward movement at the cost of height. So I'm not going to be using it everywhere because some jumps I'm not going to have the height to be able to just spam it. But in general, it is going to let us go a lot faster in a lot of different places.
This isn't going as slow as I anticipated, but it's still slower than you. This is disappointing.
So what's happening story-wise, basically, is that we're still traveling and trying to find the thief. Because we neglected to mention that the reason we are going on our lovely little adventure here today is because Annika left the garage unlocked and somebody stole her dad's mech. And it's like his most prized possession. He's like devastated, and so Annika does what any teenager in a YA fiction does, and sets out on a grand adventure to get it back. Because she, it's her fault that it got lost. So we're chasing after the thief.
I'm assuming you're done with Mountain already?
I just finished Mountain, yeah.
Okay, you're not as far ahead as I anticipated, but you're still kind of far.
All right, so now if you could take your snow glasses off, the color scheme is back to being nice and delightful. And this is the second open world area, which is the Maple Canopy. I can essentially go in a straight line here directly to where I need to go for the story checkpoint. However, on the way, I am going to be looking for alpha aphid tracks, just like before, as well as just some extra minerals along the way, so that the next alpha aphid that I have to do is a little bit more comfy, because it can get a little scary. So I'm just gonna. I got good RNG on my aphid tracks.
Oh,
so
that feels better. Oh my god, that's amazing.
You got arrow.
that's beautiful.
Oh my god, it spawned with 6 engine grubs on this leaf.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh god, get me out of here, please.
I don't have any alpha tracks, team. If I have to come back later, it's fine.
Yeah, it's easy to backtrack here if you do.
Rain wire. My god. Oh, okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That was the game saying I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Yeah, your item RNG has been pretty poggers.
But he took the away.
Okay. So normally I like to be at around 4,000 Lymet on the power leap here, but it's fine.
I got a neutron epoxy.
What is wrong with you? Stop! Hacked.
Are you in Bull's Hollow yet?
Cheating.
Are
Huh?
you in Bull's Hollow yet? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm about to enter it as well.
Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm doing a little bit of weird movement. A lot of the skips in this game don't really look like skips, they just look like really weird movement because we essentially are just flying around these encounter triggers. I'm trying not to be salty about your rain wire and neutron epoxy that you got, because those normally cost a lot of minerals, and now he doesn't have to buy them anymore.
Yeah.
I got stuck.
I can be a little bit short on Dalium and also Laurinite, so yeah, these specific encounters are going to be
Okay, but I just got an alloy droplet, so you know.
Yeah, it evens out, I suppose.
Yeah, that's less Limedot that I need.
So this specific encounter right here, as you can see, I'm actually going to be flying over.
Oh no.
What happened? What happened?
I messed up a jump, and I'm going to have to backtrack. I haven't done that in a very long time. I messed up.
A lot of things are happening today that we didn't think would happen.
Right? I just didn't have the height to land on the yellow leaf. Did you do the exact same thing on the third encounter skip?
Yeah, on the third encounter. Like,
oh my god, that
did
is
you fall
so
down
funny.
the yellow leaf?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, after that.
Well, I feel less bad about it then. Okay, but this last encounter we actually have to do. You actually can skip the trigger for this one, but the actual like end loading trigger to like leave this area doesn't spawn until you complete this encounter. So I'm going to be fighting these bull beetles, which are some of the most damaging enemies in the game, but they are quite easy to avoid if you're paying attention to them. If you don't pay attention, they can F you up really bad. So
generally speaking, if you just like glide above them, it shouldn't be like that.
Let's go. I got them all grouped up, and then the boomling took them all out at once. So that was,
oh my god,
right there was about a perfect bull beetle fight right there. So I'm cheesed about that. Sometimes they will kill you.
Oh, and I died.
Yeah, I was about to say sometimes they will kill you. So you know.
You saw me return the checkpoint, and it brought me to a checkpoint outside of the encounter. But since the game thinks that I'm in the encounter, it pulled me back. So that's a weird thing that you're going to be seeing.
So I was a little bit short on Dynatite to be able to buy an item that I would normally buy here. But that's okay. I'll have time to make it up later. It just means I need more Dynatite on this Alpha Aphid than I normally would.
There we go. Okay, now the thing that happened to you happened to me. Okay, on the second counter.
Okay, nice. So yeah, on this Alpha Aphid, we need around 1,300 Faunicle, around 2,400 Dynatite, and around 9,000 Limedot. I'm very ahead on Limedot, especially because I already got an alloy droplet, which, if I remember correctly, costs around 450 Limedot, so it's a little bit less than I'm gonna need. That's hoping my memory is correct there. This one is way more dangerous than the last one. A lot of scarier enemies, but we have a new ability here called Bubble, which is a lovely spear of safety, which keeps us safe from all the scary bugs. So it doesn't last very long though, but so it's very important to take advantage of places where you can most utilize it. Sorry, I'm like focusing really hard right now. This is also maybe a good time for some donations because this is a very hectic focus.
Yeah,
I was just about to say, while you're focusing, maybe I should read some things. We got a $15 donation from Botulism Sauce, who says, RNG for Roadkill! It was in all caps, so I had to read it like that.
Bubble. One.
And then we got an $11 donation from Comfy Panda, who said, the $24.99 was driving me crazy. Let's get over 2,500 already. Milestone get. And yep, we have broken the 2,500 mark, so yay us.
Let's go.
Let's go. Nice job, everybody.
Oh dear
God.
lord.
We both feel like oh god. I'm having a really bad one. I actually might have to redo
I'm not even on the alpha yet. Like.
Oh, okay. I'm fine.
I get it. I have bubble. It showed me the prompt 3 times. Okay.
Yeah. So I actually so this is actually pretty bad. So what I just did was quit and reloaded while I was still on the alpha. But this is normally something that I wouldn't explain until much later in the run. But I was short on Faunicle, and that's a mineral that you cannot afford to be short on at this point in the run. There's a bug in the game that we're taking advantage of that lets you essentially, if you quit and reload one of these encounters, you get to keep everything that you gathered. And then you don't have to get more tracks. So essentially, I'm just taking advantage of that to just make sure I'm more safe with my minerals, because
yeah,
I was not feeling very good.
I hope that you don't get the cutscene skip so that I can catch up to you.
Oh no! Did you get it? Wait, are you ahead?
I've just started the offense. I've literally just started the offense.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping and praying I get the cutscene skip. So now I'm gonna take a death abuse to try and end this quick.
Oh my god, it's literally showing me. I reloaded the file so many times that it shows me every single like ability that I've gotten in the game so far. It's disgusting.
Oh no.
The game just really does not expect you to be reloading that many times, huh?
And now the game is. I'm like trying to death abuse and it's being a butthead. No one's wanting to hit me, of course. Okay, finally I got it. Okay, so now I'm going to be trying for a cutscene skip that's going to skip, like, what is it, 40 seconds or something?
50.
Ridiculous? 50 seconds? I think actually this one's a little bit shorter than the other cutscene, which is 50 seconds, but it's still long cutscene skip. I'm essentially just going to be trying to do, to turn in this quest while a dialogue box is open. So if I could get some energy in the chat. Oh no.
Did you get it?
No, I missed it. So, I missed.
This has got more interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll catch up.
So essentially, sometimes when you go into the shop, which is where I was at right there, Clara, the shopkeeper, will start a bark dialogue. And if you turn in the quest while that bark dialogue is open, and then you run back to your mech fast enough before that dialogue closes, you can load into the next level and it will skip this cutscene. You can do it whenever Clara has a bark, but also whenever Annika is saying something as well. So because Annika was saying something, I went for it, but then her dialogue box immediately closed when I left the window. I just timed it very, very poorly. So good luck, Oz. Let's see if you get it. Okay, so now that was the cutscene that gets.
I've actually been having really good off of RNG.
Nice. So let's see if I get this first try. I never do. So.
There we go.
I missed it. The first encounter skip in Big Oak. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just cursed.
All right, I have around all of the things that I need.
Come on.
Oh, I got it.
You got the cutscene skip?
Yeah.
That's probably going to catch you right up to where I'm at. Nice job.
So I just saved 50 seconds. Let's go. Or maybe 40 to 50. Yeah.
And just so y'all know about this, so my current world record, I did not get that skip. So it's pretty finicky. Sometimes it just doesn't want to work. And so there's a, pretty hefty record on the table. Just saying.
I was very behind, and now I'm kind of caught up? Question mark.
So this level is the one that really lets you show the power of these sort of air dives. I guess we can call them. We don't really have a name for it.
You just pressing. Well, I'm pressing B on my Nintendo Switch controller every time to do these little dips and these little boosts that the air ability will give you.
Yep, and we just fly to the end of the level, basically.
I've told Rody this, but I've done this so often that you can whenever you press down on any button on my Nintendo Switch controller, you can physically feel it clicking down. But the B button I've spammed so much that it it's worn down. You cannot feel it click when you press it.
Yeah, we do that a little bit differently. I don't spam it quite as hard as he does. I do it a little bit more paced out. But yeah, it's sort of a preference thing. There's lots of different expression in terms of ways to path through levels, ways to use different movement tech in this game. Yeah, it's got a lot going on in terms of that sort of thing. Also in terms of optional things. So earlier I built something called hull durability. That's not required for the run at all. A lot of the things we're building are required in order to progress. But a lot of things we're building because either they help you go faster, or they're just safety. So hold durability is a safety one that, as you might imagine, just gives you some extra armor so that you don't take damage to your mech as much. Okay, so now I am moving on to the mid boss.
You're installed already?
I am going to sleep and I'm about to wake up in it. Yes. All
Wink.
right.
Yeah, that's it. And now I am going to sleep.
Ooh, you did really catch up. Probably
Right?
because you got that first encounter skip faster than third try. I don't know why that. It's not that hard. It's like the same way you can't get that first encounter skip in Genshin Trail. I can't do that one first try. I never.
Yeah. That's why I
Alright.
choose to. That's why I just choose to like reload checkpoint. I can never get it.
Yep. So this boss is the Wind Mantis. He's got a couple different attacks he can use, and we're essentially going to be playing this boss as intended. There is a way to skip it, but it's incredibly difficult to set up, and so it's, at least thus far, as we've been able to figure out, I just do it normally. It's very hard to do. But we'll be talking about that skip later on in the run. I actually had very good RNG. He's doing a lot of ground pounds for me here. And now he is down. And so I just have to push him off. Oh no, the little bugs are attacking me rudely. Okay. And now we fall. Whee! That was actually really fast. That might have been a gold Wind Mantis for me. That was very, very good. How's it going, Oz?
Decent. Not the best, but decent.
Yep. Sometimes, like, what you really want is for him to use his ground pound as much as possible. Because when he does that, it drops more rocks for you to push onto his face, basically. But there's, as far as we can tell, there's no real way to manipulate him to do it more often.
All right. That was okay. That was okay. It wasn't bad. I got him, but oh, what was that? Okay.
I only bought 2 alloy droplets, so I need 1 more. So yeah, essentially I just ran over to the store right there to very quickly buy some stuff before this cutscene started. You can buy everything you need if you're fast enough, but I hesitated because I couldn't remember how many droplets I already had, and I really didn't want to accidentally buy an extra one. That would have been really, really bad. So, okay, so there's my 4 alloy droplets, and now I'm gonna buy slow. And oh, let's see if I can buy lift. Hold on. I forgot I was short a pebble rivet, so I'm gonna go back and get that because lift is another movement tech that I'm gonna be using here. It is required for the run, but not until like a little bit later, but it's very good to get it early, as you all are about to see.
Now I'm just waiting for this the beginning of this beat block to go pass by.
I'm gonna be confident. Right there is a really good spot to check your mineral amounts on some few key things, but I'm confident that I am where I need to be, so I'm not really
I'm not. I'm going to check it.
I just fell off a platform. That's fine. This is fine.
All right, and then
So there's
workstation.
lift, which lets us gain height, as you might imagine, which is going to be very useful for levels like this one, where I'm going to be using it to get up on top of this log, which it's not really out of bounds, but you're not really supposed to be up here. And then I'm going to be gaining more height off of it to just basically fly to the end of the level. So you're going to be able to see a lot of just blank texture and weird geometry as I'm like flying past all this stuff that you're not supposed to see. So it's very easy to get out of bounds on this level, like very, very easy. But it's actually not really any faster than just flying in a straight line to the end. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a very chill level. Unless you'd play it casually, there's a lot of very, very difficult fights that I'm actually skipping by pathing over the level in this way.
Yeah. All right. I am now gliding over here as well. And we can't use the arrow ability here because I don't choose to, at least, because you, as you said, you lose height when you do it. And so it's like not really ideal because you want to be able to get over this log that I just passed. And after that,
I used it a little bit there, but you have to be very, very careful not to spam it too much, because if you lose too much height, you might get stuck in a particular way, and it's very difficult to recover.
it's able to recover without triggering the encounter.
Yep. So I just turned in some minerals. We got another unskippable cutscene before the next level. Might be a good time for some more donations.
All right. Well, um, as a reminder, here at Winter Pride 2022, we are collecting money donations for the Trevor Project, and if I can find the right tab, we'll read you a bit about the Trevor Project. Yes. The Trevor Project is the world's largest suicide prevention and crisis intervention organization for LGBTQ young people. The organization works to save young lives by providing support through free and confidential suicide prevention and crisis intervention programs on platforms where young people spend their time. Their 24/7 phone lifeline, chat, text, and soon-to-come integrations with social media platforms. They also run Trevor Space, the world's largest safe space social networking site for LGBTQ youth, and operate innovative education, research, and advocacy programs.
So yeah, the Trevor Project is truly a great charity, and I really encourage you all to donate. It's a fantastic cause. So yeah, I just did some out of boundsing. It's the one place where we do go out of bounds right now in this run. As you saw, you probably didn't even notice me do it because it is very easy to do. You just sort of gotta push into the wall with purpose, and then out you go.
I'm really finicky about this specific encounter skip, and I didn't do it.
Oh, you got the encounter?
Yeah, I got the encounter. Which is at the start of the whole level.
No, that's really unfortunate because that encounter, if you try to just fight through it, is one of the hardest in the entire game.
Yeah.
And if you reload, it puts you really far back, so that is unfortunate. You really have to be careful there that you get enough height.
Yeah, I didn't get enough height
over
for
the
it.
terrain. Yeah. So I'm gonna be skipping this. Until very recently, I actually just used to just do this fight. But shout out to the developers, not only for this, but for some other skips they've helped us find. I can just glide around it like so. I am going to fly back into it, just like before, unskippable cutscene, that I have a little bit of time to run back, and I'm going to be getting some Pyatite here, this little yellow mineral. I'm actually quite ahead on Pyatite, which is really nice to see at this point.
That's better. Okay. And I'm now climbing up the tree. So you're a good bit ahead of me because of that.
Ooh, that was very clutch. I was 5 behind on Dalium in order to buy the extra
Hardened crystal.
The hardened crystal. I was 5 behind, but I had 1 item to sell, and it sold for 25 Dalium, so that was very clutch.
As much as I want to say that I think Roadkill is guaranteed the win here, I think we both know that's not true.
It's not at all.
Because the final boss, unfortunately, does exist. But there's still a lot of stuff that we need to do before we get there.
Yep. So I just entered the final of the 3 open world segments in the game. I actually really like this area a lot. I like the soundtrack. Also, the soundtrack for this game in general is just awesome.
Right.
And now I have my final movement tool, which is Spark. You can combine lifts, Spark, and jumps to get some really ridiculous height, as you're going to see me do, which is going to allow me to do a lot of those dive dips and go and start schmoovin'. Unfortunately, just like before going through this open world segment, I've been looking for alpha aphid tracks on the way. I have found precisely 0 of them on the way. So we're going to see if there's a few more checks I get to make here. I am going to go and make sure I checkpoint at Rocky Pass, because I'm going to be fast traveling to there later. Found 1 track, that's nice, and 2 tracks right at the end. Cool. But it put me at 97%, which is very sad. Because in addition to the RNG of where the tracks are, there's RNG of how much progress towards the alpha they give you, and it can be anywhere from... Oh, I didn't get the height I wanted there.
My God, I'm short on Laurinite.
Oh, on Laurinite. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, yes.
I'm like 400 short.
Oh, geez. That is unfortunate.
Game, please give me Laurinite right now, not Dalium, please.
Yeah, luckily you can find Laurinite in the marsh, but I guess, are you trying to get a spark?
Yeah, I'm trying to get
Ooh,
Spark.
I am quite ahead then. Because I am finishing up Meyer Outskirts right now. We're schmoving.
Okay, there we go. Thank you. Like 400 short or something.
Yeah, as you can see, the amount of minerals we have are pretty tightly routed to how much you need. So being behind is quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
You have to backtrack. The number one goal from my experience running this game of any run is to not have to backtrack at all. Like if you don't have to backtrack at all, that's like a big indicator that your run is going well.
Yeah. I might have to get more Laurinite later because I think you need a neutron epoxy for the last thing.
You do. You need 1,000 for that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so I just triggered another very, very long unskippable cutscene. This cutscene is multiple minutes long. And there's a couple things you can choose to do here based on your preference. You can go looking for Pyetite because we are about to need 800 Pyetite. For some reason, I spawned like the perfect enemy here, but it is not aggroing me. It's just walking around calmly. I don't know. Attack me, my man. It's a boomling. It's like the fire boomling. And I'm trying to get him to kill me, and he's just sitting there, not aggroing. Okay, there he goes. So yeah, you can either look for Pyetite to be ahead on Pyetite for the couple of alpha aphids that we're both going to have to do, or you can try and do a death abuse. I usually go for the death abuse here. But sometimes the enemies that spawn are like little weaklings that won't hit you, and it takes forever, and you don't end up saving any time anyway. But I got lucky there. Not the fastest, but not the worst either.
I'm now entering Meyer Outskirts. And this is also another section which we skip all the encounters in case in case you miss it on her end, we see it on my end. Also, I realized that I actually don't need to backtrack for Laurinite because I got a neutron epoxy earlier, remember?
Oh, I do remember. I wasn't sure if you had already used it on something though. That's nice though.
No, the three that you get at the beginning of the run, I think, are the three that you use for the whole run.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Question? No, it doesn't include this last one.Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't remember.
If not, it should because it should because nowhere else in the I mean, at the very end.
You're right. It's not on the spreadsheet. Maybe that's an error. I don't know.
I mean, the spreadsheet doesn't include the three minerals that you need, the three things you need to buy in order to get decoy.
I should probably add that.
Yeah.
I do include the minerals because it does have decoy design on there. I think I just put like the values. Anyway, I am now on the alpha aphid from the marsh, which as you can see has more Pyetite than anywhere else in the run. So we're going to be taking advantage of this to get our 800 Pyetite. And just like before, when I reset that aphid in order to get more minerals on it, I'm going to be doing that until I get to 800. So typically, I aim for around like 450 to 500 before I reset. But it just depends on the RNG. Sometimes these aphids will spawn and they will be like empty. Like, they will be really bad. And as you can see, the enemies here are very, very mean. So it's very dangerous. And oh my god, he just sniped me. That boomling chose violence. I'm actually also going for a little bit of Dalium here because there's one more item I need to buy, which is a rain wire. And I was tiny bit short of Dalium, but that's just no problem to get because luckily there is also Dalium on the back of this aphid.
Yeah. So this hermit guy will tell us that, hey, there's an auction that you need to go to. Well, he's gonna like pretend like he's trying to hide something and then accidentally tell us about the auction. And so this cutscene right here that I imagine you ended up skipping. Did you die early enough to skip it?
Yeah, I took a death abuse.
Yeah, you took a death abuse, and then we're gonna see seeing. That's essentially what the cutscene is telling us. And so the Pyetite that we're collecting on the alpha is the Pyetite that we're gonna be needing for the auction in order to, actually be able to sell or actually be able to participate in it. But oh, okay. Can you kill me?
Also, can we get some bop emotes in the chat for this awesome alpha aphid music? It's super good. I know I've already complimented the soundtrack at least once today, but like, I'm a big fan. Shout outs to Nature Boy Flacco who did the soundtrack.
Yeah, Nature Boy Flacco was an amazing composer. Could you attack me, please? Thank you.
Please, please. There's also some tech that we haven't, at least I haven't had happen in order to sort of explain how it works. Sometimes on these aphids, especially, whenever you time your mining, wow, it respawned me really far away. If you time your mining right when one of these wind gusts hits in a very particular way, it will do what we've sort of been calling a scoop, where it will just automatically gather all of the minerals at one of these deposits, which, as you might imagine, is really useful and really fast, but it's also very finicky and not super easy to replicate. And so what I typically do is I don't like really go for it, but when it happens, I'm happy. So that's my approach anyway.
Have you re-rolled already? I imagine.
Yeah, I'm on the second one. I'm probably
Nice.
gonna need a third, but we're gonna see. It's gonna be very close. Like I said, I'm aiming for 800 Pyatite. And trying not to perish in the process. I'm so close. If I could get lucky and get a scoop right now. It's gonna be so close, y'all. 20 left.
Oh my god.
I got it. Wait.
What happened? What happened?
Oh! I was one short, but I was able to get it. I was able to get the last one while the screen was black, and I was like in the loading.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was awesome. I have never pulled it that close. I was
You got my
clenching
hopes
little
up
bit,
for a
not
minute.
gonna
You got
lie.
my hopes up, I will admit.
That was so scary. Okay, now I just have to spam the A button because for whatever reason, you can only turn in Pyatite in increments of 10. And I had to turn in 800 of it.
Oh my god, what is going on here?
So yeah, I have now entered the auction, which is a very scary part of the run because as you might see, the weather is a little bit different here. It is raining. And since we are very small, ow, just like that. Since we are very small, the rain hurts us badly. And if you get hit by the rain while you are gliding, you will immediately fall like a rock and go all the way down and respawn. And I haven't really talked about how the respawning exactly works in this game, but oh my god, I'm dodging this rain.
Oh my god, oh my god, the wind, why the wind?
Oh, did you get got?
Yeah, I got.
Oh.
It's like it blows you onto one wing, and then the next wing blows you onto the next wing, and then it just keeps going back
I hate
until...
when that happens.
Like...
So, ooh, I might have accidentally just messed up badly. We shall see. Hold on. I'm like trying to explain like 5 things at once here. Yeah, I got.
Wish I could help you, but yeah, I'm quite behind.
Okay, I fixed it. I got a bug. So, okay, let me explain one thing at a time. So, first thing I'm going to explain is the respawning, like I mentioned. So, whenever you get pushed out of bounds in this game, it respawns you at whatever piece of solid ground you touched last. And so, in all these segments where you are gliding across really long distances, that's often really far away. So, and during this rain segment in particular, I take a very, very long, very unsafe glide across. And if I get hit by a raindrop, it puts me all the way back at where I first started the glide. So it's very, very important to not get hit by the raindrops. The other thing I was going to explain there is sometimes if you're spamming inputs, specifically, at least from my experience, for trying to do the lift, it will sort of get your controls stuck in a way to where you can't really move. Like you can do all of your actions, you just can't change your direction. And normally, you can fix that by like quitting and restarting and reloading, but I was really far away from my last checkpoint, so I'm glad that it just sort of relinquished controls back to me after wiggling around a little bit. So.
You say that, but like I've never had to reload stuff. I always like just fiddle around with the controls and it fixes itself.
Yep. It's scary when it happens though. So anyway, so this is a
I
very.
got the scoop. I got the scoop.
You got a scoop? Nice. I didn't get any. High tight scoops are where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay, so we found our dad's mech. Yay. But unfortunately, we didn't really talk about a lot of the lore, but that's okay. It's a lot of stuff going on. Unfortunately, the mech that our friends at the Acorn Corps were looking for like their entire lives to like re-legitimize themselves, was the same mech that had gotten stolen from Annika's dad. And so she's all torn. Her friends have been trying to get this thing forever. Does she leave it with them, or does she take it back home to her dad? And she decides to sneak off in the night and steal it.
Which like makes me wonder, like, it's like, what is the time gap between the beginning of the game and the end of the game? I really don't know.
I don't know. I think my guess would be months. Would be my guess, but I don't really know.
Because like if this is a mech that people have been finding for years, and has Annika been on this journey for years and just hasn't found?
The mech is like a legendary mech that was like used in a war or something, so like people knew about it, but it just hit the people like heard that it just hit the market. Basically, is what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they haven't been looking for it forever. They've just been like looking for a way to get their stuff forever. Okay, so I am now in the final boss. This boss has a very tricky first phase and a very finicky skip in the second phase. So this, as you might see, this is the Dragon Mantis. It is like the Wind Mantis, but worse. He is angier and does a lot more damage, and the arena shape also makes it a lot more difficult to hit him with rocks. But functionally, it works sort of the same way. And right now, I'm essentially trying to get him to somewhere around like 40% health, because that is when it will start the second phase. And since it might happen instantaneously, I'm going to go ahead and explain the second phase skip in case it happens really nicely. All I know is hoping that it does it.
I hope you spend several minutes on it.
I have lost multiple minutes on it before, so, you know. So essentially what we can do is we can trick the boss to doing a landing animation and just land himself outside the arena and just kill himself, basically. And so I'm going to be using bubble and just some weird flying around to try and manipulate him to do this. Unfortunately, my air systems are damaged. I haven't really taken much damage the rest of the run, so I haven't had to deal with this, but if you take enough damage, you can it can just stop you from using certain mechanics of your mech. I actually have not been having a very good first phase. It's just he hasn't been dropping many rocks, and so it's hard to hit him with rocks that I don't have.
There.
Okay, there we go. Second phase. Let's see if I get the skip.
Nope.
Okay.
You're already on second phase? Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, boy. Time might be coming up. We shall see. For me, anyway. Okay, so far he's not being very nice. He's flying around, but he's misbehaving, we shall say. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Buddy, do the thing. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I'm incredibly behind. Like, there's no way. Like, you have to mess up on this like a lot for me to like even remotely want to win.
Crazier things have happened with the freaking
second phase. Please, thank you. Oh my god.
He started landing, but he hit the slope instead of going
What is
down.
going on here? Okay, can you tether the mech, please? Okay, thank you.
The last couple of splits in this game are pretty chaotic, honestly. Oh, I think I got it. No, he started flying. Oh, unless I can't see him. He flew back up. He flew back up.
Oh.
I've been getting that a lot lately, where he will do it and then like stop and start flying again right at the bottom when he's just about gone out of bounds.
I'm currently going to sleep before the Phantom.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Annika, I don't have
Do
time for you to
the
be sad. Can
thing.
you please just move on, please? I understand that there's an emotional conflict here, but I have places to be.
Okay. You might notice that I'm quitting and reloading. That's essentially just to sort of reset the AI a little bit. And also, during this fight, it starts spawning some of the more difficult regular enemies in the game. And when they start spawning, I just go ahead and reload so that I don't have to deal with them while I'm also trying to manipulate the boss. This is actually going really, really badly so far.
Good.
I'm on like my sixth try.
I'm just now entering Dragon Mantis.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh, you're entering the fight though. Oh my god, come on. Bro, don't embarrass me.
no, Dragon Mantis is coming back. I mean, I also have to have a good Dragon Mantis. So you have to.
Come on. That's
you have
true.
to keep
That's
that in
true.
mind. All right, phase 1.
Please.
Go.
You're finished phase 1?
No, I'm starting phase 1.
Okay. I got some time. Bro, come on.
Okay.
Resetting it again. I'm actually surprised. It usually doesn't take me this long. You'll be pleased to hear, Oz. It's going really bad. I promise I'm not throwing either, y'all. This is just the way this boss is sometimes.
Throwing for content.
Yeah, throwing for content.
This is what makes a compelling race.
True. Come on! Go down there! I'm sure everyone in chat is like, there's no skip here. Y'all are lying. He's
Okay,
just
phase 1
flying
done.
around.
Phase 1 done.
Oh my god! No! If I get betrayed by this mantis right now.
Come on. Come on, sit down, sit down. I'm gonna need you to sit down. And all right, time is gonna come up for me in 3, 2, 1. Now, time.
Not like this. Oh, and time is coming up for me in. And. Now. Oh my god! I am so mad. Oh.
Goodness.
The betrayal by that mantis. That is one of the worst. The freaking comeback, dude. Oh my god. Wow.
Oh dear lord. Oh my god.
GG's. Oh my, I'm like sweating. Oh my god.
Oh, I need to watch
that was
back.
way more stressful than I anticipated it to be. I was so ahead. I was like, yeah, I got this. It'll take me like 3 tries max to get the final boss skip.
Because like you were doing the second phase of the boss throughout like
I was
a little
doing
bit
it
of
the
the
whole time.
you were doing a little bit of the alpha when I was I think you entered the second phase when I was still on the alpha.
Yes.
Which is unfortunate. Or at the very least when I was in auction you entered the second phase.
Yeah, I think you were in auction because you were talking about the tethering. So
Yeah.
Oh man, that was such a good race.
It was, right? Like we were like going back and forth at the beginning, and then I just screwed up like a lot in the middle, and it made it seem like you were like guaranteed to win. And I knew I didn't want to say that you were guaranteed to win because I knew that something like that could happen.
It was gonna happen. Yeah, the final boss just be like that sometimes. Yep. When we say it's a finicky skip, that can happen on any pace. So.
The Lady Arcaders community is going to be talking about this.
I know. I'll have to return to them in shame. In shame.
I mean, you did all the hard work here though, because I was so behind that you kind of had to carry on commentary just so people could understand what was going on.
Okay.
Oh my god! But
well, that was Stonefly twice.
Yeah, twice. That's the kind of run it could be. That was really fun. That was the first race we've ever done, by the way. We've never raced this before.
We didn't practice this at all. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And also, I just want to say, like, this game is incredible. It's beautiful. It's got a great soundtrack. It's so fun casually, and it's a really fun speed run. There's a lot going on, and sometimes the numbers and keeping up with where you're at with minerals can be intimidating. But once you sort of get it down, it's really not so bad. There's lots of room for backups, lots of room for customizing routes to your preference. And we would love to help coach people learning this run because it's so fun, and we want to expand the community for this game. So anybody's looking for a new run, reach out.
Yeah. Stonefly is $20 on Steam. It is it on any other sites? Is it on GOG or Epic Games?
I'm not sure about that, but it is also on Xbox and PlayStation and Switch. So
wait, they moved it to Xbox and PlayStation now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought it was just on Switch, or at least it was.
Yeah, well, it's on everything, so you have no excuse. Play it.
Yes. Yeah, and I highly recommend checking this game out. It's amazing. It's $20, so it's not like super expensive or anything. And just we want more runners of this game for real.
Yeah.
It's a fun. It's so much fun. But yeah, I
So
think
yeah,
that's
you can find
everything.
me at RoadkillRevenge on Twitch. I stream this periodically here very, very soon. I am going to actually start routing some new categories for this game, including 100%. So that could be a fun thing to hang out and watch.
Mhm.
I also stream Spyro, other weird indie games that I love. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
Mhm. And you can find me. I'm not very active on Twitch. I occasionally stream, but I'm mostly active on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter, Ozmourn, or Twitch, Ozmourn. I'm Ozmourn on like all platforms. But I highly recommend checking this game out, and most importantly, go check out RoadkillRevenge because even though I won the race, she is and always will be better than me at this game.
We shall see about that. I've been disgraced today. It's fine. It was a very fun
Uh,
race.
it was very fun. I'm glad we
Yeah,
did
thanks
this.
for having us. Make sure to check out the Trevor Project. It's a fantastic charity, and all the rest of the runs in this event are going to be just incredible. So stick around for those, and I'll see you in chat. I'll probably be watching.
Ozmourn for that wonderful run. We're gonna do our usual break in between runs. Uh, but up next, we will have Sayonara Wild Hearts run by Freya Spirit, so don't go away.